Greetings, comrades. Some shocking news coming out of Syntagma Square, Athens today. There has been a major clash between members of the Stalinist KKE, the Greek Communist Party, who have about 21 MPs in Parliament, if I recall, and their union, the PAME, which I believe stands for something like the All Workers Front, and a group of anarchists and other protesters outside the Greek Parliament building. Now, as we all know, there's been a massive 48-hour strike in protest of a vote in Parliament as to whether or not the government will accept the next EU and IMF bailout package and the new austerity measures which go along with it, forcing yet more hardship upon the Greek workers. These austerity measures are said to be the harshest imposed on the Greek people yet. The KKE and PAME members have formed a ring around the Parliament in order to stop MPs from entering, thus blocking the vote. However, they refused to let a group of protesters from We Won't Pay, which is an anti-cuts group in Greece, from approaching the building, which led to a violent scuffle, turning into a full-blown street battle when a group of anarchists and other protesters joined in. However, what is most disturbing is that in this battle, the Greek Stalinists played the role of defending the bourgeois state against the embittered workers, and were seen collaborating with the police and charging protesters to repel them from the Parliament building. I view this as an act of grave treachery by the Stalinist KKE and a betrayal of the Greek workers. The hostility between Stalinists and anarchists in Greece is long-standing and understandable from an ideological standpoint. However, at a critical stage in the struggle for workers' democracy in Greece, the idea that anyone declaring themselves a Marxist would side with the state and the bourgeoisie against the workers fills me with disgust. It is likely that police spies and agent provocateurs involved to a degree in stoking up the tensions and violence, but that tension between the two factions has led to violence before and is already long-standing. Undeniably, the violent response of members of the anarchist groups, such as throwing Molotov cocktails directly at unprotected KKE members, endangering their lives, is a step too far. But this is the fault of an individual or a small group. The act of protecting the state from the workers is the fault of the policy makers of the KKE and anyone foolish enough to follow their treacherous orders. A microcosm of the Barcelona May Days could well lead to further bloodshed, which simply invites a military crackdown, a return to fascism, and a derailing of the Greek workers' movement. Stalinists have long been fond of accusing opposition Marxists of being puppets of fascism and big capital, but today the tables are turned, and it is the Stalinists forming the thin red line between big capital and workers' power. To see red flags waved in defence of the bourgeois state sickens me, and only serves to muddy the name of Marxism further and further in the eyes of the Greek workers. I hope that the genuine Marxists of Greece have the good sense to stand with the workers from now on. The KKE must decide where its loyalties lie, with capitalism and the bourgeoisie, or with the working class and revolution. Shame on the KKE. Red salutes, comrades.